to get onto this Graves and set up Longxing for success.
There's going to be a lot of angles that LGD
there
can
is so
play
many
from. I think this is an exciting comp to round out the night, to finish off the series between LGD and eStar. We got them at the heart of it with a Game 3 that's going to define where we place these teams. eStar LGD, who finds their first series win here in the LPL. Week 2, day 1 comes to a close with this as we look up in the night sky. You can't do that on your client, can you?
No.
Now we didn't even know where we are. Well, in the middle of the rift. How about that?
The cameraman just tripped again.
Yeah, he fell upwards again. Alrighty. Guys, welcome back as eStars are taking us into this Game 3 with a bit of an invade.
Trying to get the vision control down and spot where Peanut is going to be. So Peanut will have his work cut out from us. It looks like Wei is just trying to get full control of this jungle, and definitely with the Graves he will have the advantage there. So I'll be interested to see how Peanut approaches this. I personally would like to see him start on this bottom side, go up towards the top lane, and a little bit of a tendering towards a more full clear. So as Longxing gets a bounce back on this top wave, he can actually look for a gank onto Xiaobai.
Okay. Watch for that topside roam as eStars are doing it once again. They've made the journey throughout and now they're back. Ward going to be taken here by Wink, so a small XP advantage, but of course not really time for a leash as Peanut starts on his topside blue while Invade here on the red full way.
Kramer and Mark will have to play very passive in this bottom lane now. I mean, you've already got a fairly passive lane, but definitely not wanting to push this in because you have the opportunity for Wei to come down. Xiaoxi can play very far up and aggressive here, as you can already see. And there's always a threat of Wei coming down to this bottom side now.
I guess for Yuumi and Ezreal, though, you feel okay. We'll touch on that in a second. Notice we have the item cooldown, item CDR cooldown here for FunFun as his last option in the domination tree. Well, bit of transcendence there for the cooldown reduction at level 10. I like this because in the LPL, who made Predator Galio famous? It was Mr. Old Doinby. And you pop Predator, hold down W, and run into the enemy team. And it's really hard to walk away from. So, a nice little interaction to look forward to, folks.
And it is very much about playing to... Oh, we will. Peanut will get spot on the ward there, but it's all about FunFun as well, trying to close the distance as soon as possible onto LGD. But it's more about getting onto the likes of Xie, because Kramer's going to be fine in just arcane shifting away from a lot of these engages. It's trying to lock down Longxing and Xie and see if they can be a nuisance in that way.
Hey, Nuisance is way in the bottom lane right now. Between waves as this
FunFun
massive
well.
one is crashing in. Yeah, double TP. Mid-channeled first actually on the side of LGD as Weiwei has to back away. It's only a red card as the hook lands onto a minion, unfortunately. And both mid laners say hi, then bye.
They will back off, but look at where Peanut is right now. He's shoved in that mid lane. So now you get the opportunity to at least get a bit more of that lane experience onto Peanut, push him ahead in a CS or experience advantage. And you're not going to miss out on too much here as Xie, because you still get back to your wave before FunFun can push in.
Dodge away from Kramer there in the bottom lane as well. First bit of turret plating of the game goes to Wink and Xiaoxi in this bottom lane. And Kramer right now just surviving. It's going to be a bit of pressure added, but still so hard to kill this bottom lane with Mark attached to the Ezreal.
But again, it's LGD surviving this early game pressure, which is the key thing against eStar. We saw it in spring. We saw it in that last game as well. Kramer will get eaten by Hook.
He has the flavor. The Arcane Shift comes out first. Good trade back here from the Ezreals. Mark's like, I need a bit of mana. Who can I hit? Hang on. He just needs to auto a champion.
So I'm looking back towards this top side of the map. LGD, Longxing has managed to get a cheater recall off here where he's going to get back in towards the lane without having to use the teleport. You also get Peanut now because of the pressure Longxing had created to get this Scuttle Crab on the top side, which oftentimes can be kind of difficult in this matchup. So now he's in a really good spot where he soaked some of that minion experience in the mid lane and on that top side. So Peanut is actually off to a little bit of an experience advantage when it comes towards Wei, which usually doesn't happen in this matchup.
Curious to see what his first purchase will be. Should be the Skirmishes Smite coming out. No, in fact, goes for the Ruby Health Crystal instead and picks up the Hunter's Talisman alongside the Machete. So no upgraded item just yet. Well, we keep going bot because Xiaoxi keeps throwing out hooks left, right, and center. This guy is ambitious when it comes to throwing a Q. And FunFun is on his way. Predator enabled, but Peanut's here as well. They're just going to be running in. FunFun doesn't care. They flash instead onto Peanut, who has to flash himself. That's worth for Xiaoxi.
Yeah, they clear out the wave. eStar can't do anything, and Xie's pushed in mid again. So, Xiaoxi actually taking real low.
Actually, the chance of him dying here is a potential. Dark Passage going to be put down for the shield. Wink jumps on in as well. Peanut's still here. Undertow connects, and as the poke follows through, eStar now definitely have to lead.
And LGD now have complete control of this top side. Xie has got the level advantage, the CS advantage.
Yep.
You've got Longxing as well, who's dictating the pace of this top lane. So I wouldn't be surprised now to see Peanut turn his attention towards this top side and try and set up Longxing, or vice versa, Longxing move towards this mid and try and help out Xie.
I mean, at the very least, you wanted to see him move, right? Well,
yeah.
Here he is. He's adding pressure, and missing top side means FunFun can't really follow up with a trade, nor does he want to.
And you can see how Longxing is playing this matchup very differently from what we saw in game number 1. It's about shoving in that wave over and over and then moving around in this topside river, either getting control with vision or putting pressure on towards this mid. And it becomes very difficult for eStars to try and deal with this. But again, Xiaobai about to hit that level 6 point. That's when kill pressure will come on for Xiaobai, just off of the raw damage that this Wukong has, thanks to the 2% tick from the ultimate.
Also notice that what Longxing did as well is secured vision around red side. Dagda, I'm about to sneeze, so you're going to have to cover me in a second.
I got you.
But
your nose
Wei,
is
well, we're about to find out. We saw Wei spotted out on the ward topside. In fact, now walking through multiple layers of vision. So LGD, really good tracking of Wei here. Turns out my sneeze has disappeared, so I'm okay for now. But especially when you have the likes of Xie and Longxing, who you said wants to roam, plus has the TP. LGD know where Wei is all the time, equals they can go to any lane they want.
They do realize, though, that Wei is going to be on this bottom side, so going to be fighting once again towards this dragon, or at least trying to keep Wei off of this dragon. They'd use the eStar would like to use the pressure Wink and Xiaoxi have right now to get that objective, but again, we already talked about, look, Xie's got that push, at least in the mid, he's controlling that pace well, and can reposition super well with the ulti.
Now eStar doing some tracking of their own. Red's going to be secured here by Peanut. Same level as the Hero's Entrance going to be coming through, and Peanut is just dead here. First blood over to eStar.
And Wei is doing a very good job, even if he's not able to get the dragon straight off the bat, getting into the enemy jungle with Xiaoxi, and now they get the kill. They will get this dragon for themselves, and Wei doing good job to understand how to punish this match.
You know what the vision toggle is about? It's because the ward's right on the edge. And Peanut's control ward, I don't believe, spotted out the control ward of eStar.
And I think that's why he thought he was safe. He didn't think he had vision, but here we go.
Very interesting. Cleanse is going to be coming through here from Kramer, though. We're going to engage with the Fate's Call being used as well. It's onto the Yuumi, who's blocked some of the damage. This is pretty smart from LGD, because now Xie's in as well. Gets the cold card onto Wink with a teleport right in the middle of them. 4 versus 5. Now enabled to TP a little bit later. The Hecarim has Onslaught of Shadows. Hasn't used it just yet. Comes into spin, but trades his life. Xiaobai into the backline here with Cyclone, but he's gotten dangerously low while Xie is throwing out cards left, right, and center. This guy is at a casino. Xie walking forward, has the gold card. He's taken up a bit too much. All right, he's going to survive, but it's a 2 for 2, or 2 for 1 rather, in favor of LGD.
Longxing not getting to use the Onslaught of Shadows, though, was a big mistake there. He needed to just launch in towards the squad, cause that fear, give a bit more CC, and allow Kramer and Mark to go nuts. Fortunately, though, that ultimate wasn't enough to just take down the very low health bars on eStar. So 2 for 2. Still, LGD turned it around. Yeah,
remember, the earlier kill went up in the jungle, so this is how it started.
Yeah, you can see here, okay, Kramer getting caught, but a good play from Xie, getting down right on top of Wink to set this up. Peanut's here, wards in the bush for the TP to come in from Longxing, but he needed to just lead. Oh, he actually got hooked straight off. I thought Peanut might have tanked that hook, and then he could have led with it, but great hook from Xiaoxi to just shut down that play.
No ult coming through from top laner there.
And look at the health bars on eStar. If you get onto anyone with that Onslaught of Shadows, you're going to end up killing them. But
well, speak of the devil, he has it right now on top of Wei. Will he use it? Well, he's going to charge him back, and he kind of misses the ulti, but still gets the fear off as Wei just gets poked down here. It is at the cost of the Herald as he picks up before he dies.
LGD have moved everyone up as well as eStar, though, so it's not like we're going to have a trade across anywhere on the map. So we'll have to see how much pressure eStars can get out of this Rift Herald to even up for that kill.
I'm going to take you a step back because I want to talk about the last trade where Xie picked up the double kill and Rod of Ages very early into this game. That's an 8-minute Rod of Ages. He's huge.
It's a big thing for Xie as well, because this Twisted Fate, you really need to start getting rolling.
Yeah.
You're CC, you're not so much damage, so if you start to fall behind, you really start to fall behind. But now having that Twisted Fate off to a 2-0 start means you can have way more impact off of these roams, and that's what I want to see Xie start to do. He's kind of been a little bit of a step behind FunFun, but potentially now with that Rod of Ages complete, and also having used, I believe, a lot of those minion dematerializers, I think he started with as well, to start clearing out those waves. He should be able to answer for FunFun's push and get those plays started nice and early.
I mean, Xie is 20 plus CS ahead at this point as well. And the damage he's now acquired is clearing out these waves pretty damn quick.
And for anyone who hasn't kept up with LPL, we did see the buffs towards Twisted Fate really push him over the edge. So now that blue card is doing 0.9% of your ratio when it comes to your AP. So it's really starting to hurt a lot more. Even the red card got buffed to 0.6%, making it a lot easier to clear your waves. So with these kills that have gone over, that early Rod of Ages, you're really in a good spot as Xie.
Yeah, blue card now, just that 0.9 is massive. eStar's moving through the mid lane. Wave pushing up here, but what are you going to do? Xie says thank you for the CS. He's got a bounty on his head. He's got 100 CS at 11 minutes into the game. eStar's, their option right now is moving towards the bottom side, looking to get some more turret plating with 3 people and that Herald in hand. eStar, the pings are going, or rather LGD, the pings are actually going towards the top side where Olaf and Yuumi have now paired up, looking to trade this turret.
Longshin's seen this before though. There's that experience, that sixth sense coming into play. Backs away from the bottom lane turret because there's a play happening towards the top side. Rift Herald though will mean that the tempo advantage is in favor of eStar, which means they might be able to actually get at least someone up towards this top side to make sure that the top lane turret doesn't fall in response.
Instead, they just want to double down and go towards inner bot, but this is going to be Destiny placed by Xie in the bottom side to get here. Remember, he has so much wave clear at this point as well, so eStar, it's going to take a lot to get this turret, but with 3 members, that'll about do it.
Yeah, you can't try and go in overly aggressive because you've got the demolish there from FunFun. They can turn, kill the tower, and then get the double kill afterwards. So 2 towers, and you're still trying to push in this top lane. I mean, think about it. You've got you haven't even got the Sheen complete onto Kramer, so this is a very slow tower.
But they will be doubling down with the teleport, and that's Xie with a gold card available. Xiaobai is going to ult on the spot, delete it immediately, and Peanut survives. So LGD now with 4 people topside, they get the kill. But again, eStars still have that tempo swing working now on mid.
And a lot of turret plates are starting to be shared across the map now. You've got those on the bottom side. FunFun now picking up a few for himself as well. But when we look at the grand scheme of things, and we talked about how eStar want to be utilizing their pressure nice and early, making sure that they can set up for these big engages with Xiaobai and FunFun, having these turrets down is going to make such a big difference to them. Massive gold injections in towards FunFun and Wink will put them quite far ahead. And Dragons to boot. eStar can look to make fights nice and early at this sole point objective, and LGD will be forced to go aggressive.
I mean, he's still going top. We've still got 1 bit of turret plating holding the turret there, and Xiaobai is going to defend it. So that's 2 turrets in the bottom side, including inner. That's 2 plates mid, defending top and the dragon here for eStar. Gold pretty much even in a game that was being led by LGD's early aggression towards the bottom lane and the lead that Xie built up.
And eStars can exploit this super well because you can push in very far as the likes of Xiaobai in this bottom lane and have FunFun dictating if he wants to move down to help out there to potentially get the kill on towards Longxing. Or just vice versa, have it create pressure mid so then you can have Xiaobai join in from behind them.
Looking towards the setup for the next objective. Right now, Baron up in 6 minutes, so we've got another Herald on the way eventually. Dragon's not going to be up for a while, so Death Sentence does land here with Box over the side. Ragnarok to get out. A little bit low, but has the Yuumi on top of him, so Mark keeping him healthy. And that's the ultimate down from Xiaoxi. eStar still looking for that pick.
We do see Xie right now, though, really getting towards the point where he's going to be super useful. Zhonya's Hourglass is well underway. He's got the Seeker's Arm Guard. He's going to start putting pressure on these side lanes now. Unfortunately, though, hasn't gone for the Demolish build, going instead away from that, which means that he won't have as quick of a tower taking these side lanes, but can still be pretty useful when it comes to just opening up the pressure on eStar.
All right, Dagda. It's 14 minutes in the game. We're moving into the official quote-unquote mid-game. All right. I still don't agree with it. Early game, mid game these days in the LPL.
It's
like
a little bit
thing.
shaky.
Yeah, it does feel like one thing. Does eStar need to force and keep the ball rolling?
I feel like they definitely do, but they're doing a great job of doing that right now, because either way, you might as well try and make these plays in the mid lane, get these towers down as soon as possible, or at least create pressure so you can move towards this Rift Tower.
You know, I'm asking because I keep seeing Xiaoxi and Xiaobai on the edge of a fight, looking for their way in. There's going to be a true shot barrage. It does a lot of damage on Xiaoxi. That's because Rift Herald has just spawned, but LGD not in position. They let this one go, give it over to eStar.
They do have Longxing on the bottom side. They could just play towards this Hecarim instead and try to just trade aggressively, but with how low... Ooh.
Maybe they want the fight afterwards, and they might have found a great Fate's call, though, from Wink. Saves the life of his support, and Xiaobai's out as well. Wink, you genius.
It does buy enough time for LGD here as well, because my biggest concern with that play was eStar just walk mid, throw down the Rift Herald, get the mid lane turret. Now you've bought enough time, though, where eStars have to back. You've given the answer to Longxing on this bottom side, and potentially now making a play on mid as well.
Xiaobai looking to defend it, but he gets poked down once again, and this turret just needs to absorb some damage, but with FunFun there clearing the wave, that's it, the play denied.
With this tower going down, Longxing should complete his Triforce too, which is going to be such a big boon for this team. And that's where we can potentially see, if LGD can get a really strong engage, that they could fight. But realistically, eStars are so strong right now, LGD will still be trying to keep eStar at arm's length.
I'd like to pause and note that we have a serrated Dirk on Wing. See what that becomes. We'll hold because Riftel's going to be pushed here in the mid lane with 280 carries. And that turret is gone.
There's no way that that was going to survive, especially after the work FunFun had already done at the early stages of this game. Now we've got eStars moving towards this top lane, but will be spotted by LGD, but there's very little they can do about it.
Last chapter is still available. Last chapter, I should say. And with Peanut following up like this and a good dodge away with Ragnarok used a little bit strangely. Mr. Peanut. What was that? Well, last chapter finally coming through, and now for the lockdown. Peanut follows it up with a two-man shield of Duran from FunFun. His onslaught of shadows lines them up, and LGD now have the advantage, but with the spin from Xiaobai in the backline, the turnaround could be massive from eStar. Another shield of Duran from FunFun, and this fight, not as easy as they thought. Kramer and Xie, the only ones left alive, but Xiaobai lost his whole team. Gold card, lined with a wild one, and over the wall, Kramer won't be able to get the arcane shift, but LGD still win out the fight, if only just.
It would take a really good engage from LGD to win a fight, and that's exactly what they managed to find there. Getting on towards Wink, forcing the stopwatch early, which means when that lantern comes in, there's a whole spew of horsemen riding on top of eStars. Fantastic play from LGD.
And let's watch when we get that replay, baby. Longxing's going to show us what it's all about.
And this looks super funky to begin with, but managing to just about get that final chapter on towards Wink shuts him down. Straight onto three members. That Triforce proc coming in as well for Longxing tears apart everyone. And Wei, that short range really doesn't work in these fights because you have to try and dodge away from Xie from a lot more. But here we go again.
Live. Yeah, another fight over the wall. FunFun getting caught out. The person that carried the last fight for eStars is getting poked on down while in the front. It's Ragnarok Olaf once again, and eStars are getting sandwiched here. Xie for the poke down, still chasing over FunFun, but now he might be caught on out. eStars turn on him, but Golden just in the nick of time with the resort of LGD following up. This coordination we haven't seen in a while as the pony has a cat on him now. And Longxing forces them away. LGD take it again.
And eStars run for the hills under the might of LGD. And you can see as soon as these double Sheen items are coming online, LGD want to fight. They want to scrap. Not able to get the dragon though, which means eStars will find themselves on that soul point. Still, LGD are looking to fight them every opportunity, and eStar just haven't found that really strong engage that they were hoping.
Because every time we get to this fight, the Ezreal starts picking up more kills on the side of Kramer. Xie as well. We came out of the replay into this.
But it's also eStar here, all over the place. FunFun's trying to keep people out of the fight, and look how spread out LGD are. Who are you trying to get this big engage on? Because you get onto Xie, well, he's completely separated from Peanut. He's completely separated from Kramer. You can't get multiple people grouped up, and it's LGD playing so well around that wombo from eStars.
Bounties on the 3 core carries. Magi, Soul Stealer picked up on Shie. eStar down in gold, but still picked up this top lane turret. So there is some kind of reprieve. But we're 20 minutes into the game where LGD are still looking for these fights. They've got a Shie who almost has his ult back up again and available around a Baron buff, a Cloud in 3 minutes. A lot of opportunities for LGD to keep this snowball going.
And you can have Shie wander towards bot lane right now. You have the teleport available for the Twisted Fate. You've got Destiny, as you just pointed out in early up.
Look at the follow-up.
Oh!
Oh, the poke. Well, I'll tell you one thing. A Yuumi on a TF who will get Lich Bane as well for the extra movement speed. That's rough.
And we said, look, eStars, if they start to fall behind, they are really going to struggle. And that's now what we're seeing in this game. LGD have found a couple of good fights, and eStar haven't got the damage that they were hoping to in this game. And you were talking about the dagger going for Wink. It looks like potentially going towards the Sanguine Blade, but
maybe. Could be sitting on it. I have seen recently a lot of pros in solo queue have been sitting on the
other one is just to try and double down on that early to mid-game fight. But that means now they've gone past that window, and LGD are really starting to come into their own.
Speaking of controlling mid right now, looking between the gaps in vision towards the top side, there's an inner turret waiting. Xiaoxi checking with vision with his Dark Lantern, considering how dangerous it is. Like Fun here, if he gets caught on out, that could be the base broken, the Baron. So much available here for LGD. They're pulling in eStars to their territories. Bennett gets pulled on back. He does have the Ragnarok available. Hasn't used it yet as the onslaught of Shadows again. Lines them up, and Lung Xing is rampaging around like a goldfish out of water. He'll get burnt down a little bit as eStar finally start getting something in this fight. The Galio ult, though, retreats. eStars now have 4 members. The death sentence needed to land. And LGD, they lose their top laner, but they don't lose their position.
And they're just rotating up towards this top side as well, so there's very little here that eStar can do. LGD will back away after this, though. But still, eStar finding a bit of a fight in them, and mostly off of Kramer not being able to really get into this fight. He was stuck over the wall, couldn't follow up on that big engage from Long Xing, but still, LGD looking strong in this game.
Let's just say one thing. Fun has been the core at the side of eStar. Fun's taunts, Fun's engages. If this Galio goes down, I think eStar go down in this series.
It's a multiple of different things here. You got a lot of damage between the top, jungle, and mid, but Peanut nearly getting caught out here. Long Xing finds a brilliant engage, but look at where Kramer is. He ends up getting caught out by Fun and by Xiaobai. He goes over the wall, and a lot of that damage is now missing from this fight. And there's not enough when you've only got Peanut. Pretty much a non-factor when it comes to damage. We already noted that Shie, even though he's a far ahead, is a Twisted Fate, doesn't have the damage to carry this. So as long as Kramer is separated from these fights, eStar do have a chance, even with Wink going down, because you've got way to carry that damage on the eStar side of
They
things.
might be caught out here, Dagda. I mean, Xiaoxi in a bad position takes so much damage. True Shot Barrage comes through, almost kills him as Arcane shift forward, and Kramer showing us how big he really is.
And it guarantees LGD that dragon. They're going to be able to move over 10 seconds on that. Means that there's no fight from eStar. And it really feels like this poke from Kramer and from Mark is becoming obnoxious for eStars to deal with.
I mean, eStars, again, this is just like Game 2. They were on the verge of I think it was an Infernal Rift last game. They never got there. LGD picked up Dragon. After Dragon, they stacked the same element. They have a Cloud Dragon, Dagda. They have the ability for 40% ult CDR on a TF and Ezreal. As Onslaught of Shadows, yeah, that'll also get buffed. Out goes Long Xing. That's a big cooldown he has to deal with for now, but helped with the extra 10%.
It's not even that much of a cooldown, and I'm actually curious to see the build that's coming out from Long Xing going towards the Sterix Gauge instead. Usually we see the Death Stance build because obviously you've got that built-in sustain into the kit, the 10% CDR. It tends to be a better item, and honestly I would have preferred to see it in this game, although yeah, I'm not sure why he's gone for the Sterix here.
You know what you wanted? You wanted the Yomas, right?
I wanted the Death Stance.
Nah, you wanted
I definitely wanted Death Stance.
You said Death Stance, you wanted Yomas. That's true. Hecarim or one-shot build, man.
And then you just put the Yuumi on him for the zoomies, and you just go for it. Yeah.
I mean, every time Yuumi presses E, he gets AD, right? because of the mounting, what's it called? Mounting dread?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
you just say yes because I said
I do,
it.
100%, yeah.
Yeah,
because it's just to,
right.
just to move the conversation away.
Warpath is his passive. I was doing a revision of Hecarim the other day. And
you listened to Running in the 90s the entire time.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That and watching a Jin as we found Xiaoxi caught on out. Now, Destiny has been used once again. But to where? I think it wasn't actually used whatsoever. As TP's being used, look at this flank that's been set up here. Xiaoxi flash blaze but misses. Xiaobai in a great position, but on top of the Olaf, he's just going to heal on up as Kramer's poking from the side. In the backline, the pony goes at it yet again. Xiaobai with a suboptimal ulti, and at least for eStars, they get the Hecarim. But the problem is now Xie's joined in, and Fen is going to die. That for LGD is worth, and that for LGD is the Baron, and could be the game.
You still have Wei alive, though. They need to be careful, because level 12 versus level 11 for Peanut, there is the opportunity for Wei to make the hero play, but he is so far away from the Baron right now.
Now, granted, this is not going down as quick as it would with like an Aphelios, and even that Hecarim alive, but no contention here for now. Over a control ward, look at where Wei is. He'll be spotted out, but Xie's on zone patrol.
And he's got the cat attached. There's no way Wei is getting into this pit. There goes the Baron.
Again.
And honestly, it feels like the chances of eStars in this game are slipping away with this.
Oh no, he couldn't back. There we go. Finally, we'll watch this one again because eStars initiated it.
Xiaoxi just missing out on the flay. And really, an uncharacteristic mistake from Xiaoxi. If I was to put my money on any support being able to make that play, it would have been Xiaoxi. And not quite able to make it. Longxing does a great job again of disrupting this back line. Gets rid of Wink before he's able to even throw an auto attack. And then you've got Xiaoxi straight in with the Destiny to follow up on the play. This is LGD. The coordination in these team fights, the decision making has been so good in securing these victories.
The roster's finally come forward, right? As Onslaught of Shadow's going to come through in the top lane. Now remember, Galio can defend against MR, but never mind because he's got support. Sterek's Gage going to come in handy, but with a nice taunt, Longxing is going to go down for his 5th death of the game. So a big pick here for eStar, but Baron's still in the hands of the 4 others.
It's Longxing overextending. You can see Xie wasn't quite in a position now. They will answer for the mid, but
TP. Peanut has found Wei, but they're looking for Kramer in the mid lane. Fen still hasn't been spotted out, but now he will with a bit of movement speed. The Justice Punch predicts where Kramer's going. He'll cleanse out of the way, but still, the damage isn't enough. No, he arcane shifts away, and Yuumi, another champion, to add to that great list. As a double kill already goes over to Kramer, and for LGD, the nail in the coffin seems to be with it. Triple, make it a quadra. You know they'll give it to him as no, Mark. That's your new 80 carry, brother. You don't want to do that.
You need to be making friends right now. You're not supposed to be taking away the quadra kills, but LGD will end the game off of that play.
I mean, you'd hope so. There's no other way they can't. As Longxing's back alive, he'll TP in. The death time is quite short on Xiaoxi and Xiaobai, but look at the push coming through here. All 5 members running up mid. The chase on Wei, the chase on Xiaoxi. The gold card lands, does half his health to Xie, goes golden, buys a bit of time, will die in the end. So for LGD, 4 members pushing against the turret. Maybe it won't end here, never mind. Peanut gets low as well backing away from the Nexus. The game somehow goes on.
Oh no, shit. You just
dear Lord.
And I love the way Mark just abandoned Chip. It was like, look, you're on your own with this one, buddy. You've gone too deep. But okay, well, it'll hold on for the moment. Actually, this is pretty big because eStar now can move over and get this Cloud Soul as well. I mean, you do have the TP, but they can just clear this out before you get an opportunity.
Imagine if you lost the game off of that. That would be very embarrassing. At the very least, Kramer's going to try and poke them down. And Kramer has so much damage at this point, so we'll see. 4 versus 5 could be in the card. The Xiaoxi lands. He actually takes it away. Kramer will get the Cloud Soul. He'll go down, but might be worthless. Onslaught of Shadows is on the back of Wei, who's ignited. Peanut slams him down with the Viking honor.
Look at the Nexus.
As into the backline, Xie says, no, I must right my wrongs. From 0 to hero, back down to 0 to finish on the hero mark here. Xie is going to end the game and the series in fun fashion.
Okay, well, that was exactly the way I wanted this game to end. LGD, though, looking very strong. Again, coming out, not able to control the